Hello and welcome! This is Melskinner, and I'm going to be taking a first look at a new game called City of Brass. Full disclosure, I did receive a copy of this game for free from the developer, and this is a game that is in early access, so there will be things that are subject to change, there will be new content added in, and there will be bugs that may need fixing. With that being said, what is City of Brass? City of Brass is a first-person perspective rogue-lite in the vein of Binding of Isaac, Enter the Gungeon, or Nuclear Throne. So you see some inspirations, but there are some very unique gameplay elements to this. And let's go ahead and jump in. So first thing first, you do get to choose some divine burdens if you want. I haven't really figured out 100% exactly why you would want to do these, as these are all bad things. So I don't know if this is more just if you want to add extra challenge for yourself. There may be slight rewards given to you, but there is nothing that indicates that to me. And through playing the game for about an hour using the burdens, I wasn't really able to determine that. Now, I have played the game for about 3 hours so far, mostly during streams. And what I've seen so far, I've enjoyed, so that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. But I have unlocked 3 of these, and you unlock these by doing various things within the game. For example, here, if you complete a level before the time limit, if you do that enough times, you will get a new challenge. And most of these burdens, I should say, rather than challenge, are going to make some element of the game more difficult. So here we have Breakneck, increased enemy movement speed. We have Rebirth, enemies respawn. Stout, double enemy health, and so on. So there's many different burdens here. I'm not going to choose one for the course of this video, but that is something that is there if you want to choose it. Moving back, let's just go ahead and jump into the game itself. So we're going to start at the beginning area here, and because I have played this game, I have unlocked a couple portals. So as you go through the game, you're going to defeat what are known as gatekeepers. These are like mini bosses, and once you defeat them, you will permanently allow yourself to warp to the level after that, the level of the gatekeeper. So I have beaten 2 gatekeepers, so I have 2 warps. There's one more gatekeeper, and then you have the final boss. I obviously have not gotten to that gatekeeper or the final boss, so I couldn't tell you anything about them. Also, as you get further into the game, I think once you get to the 4th stage, so if you go into this warp, you will meet a banker, and the banker will allow you to bank items. These items you can use or any of your future playthroughs. Now, there is a time limit, so I probably shouldn't dilly-dally too much here, but I'm not going to use this item because I don't want to waste what I banked, but that is something I could do. Now, this game will not hold your hand. It will give you enemies right out the gate, and you will have to deal with them right out the gate. And how you deal with them, you have one of 2 possible attacks. You have your sword, which is fairly slow attacking, so this is not really ideal to just constantly swing your sword to dispatch enemies. Maybe 1 strike you can get away with without being attacked. The main other way you're going to get through enemies is using your whip, which you can use on the enemy in a number of different ways, and I'll showcase that in a little bit later. You can also pick up items like this and throw them. I'm going to use my whip here to set off this trap, which we saw earlier, and I can use the traps against my enemies to kill them. And in that case, I use a shove ability to knock him back into the trap, killing him. Alright, with that being said, we'll find gold from time to time. I can use my whip to grab the gold from a distance. So there, I threw that base at the enemy. Now I'm going to use my whip to whip out the thief from underneath my enemy and then kill my enemy. I can pick up this lantern and throw it. This will ignite enemies on fire, doing good damage. Let's go ahead and do that now. So if I wait, the fire will eventually kill that enemy. Now that enemy in particular is an enemy that just more or less charges at you and tries to run into you. It doesn't have arms or any other means of attacking you. There is quite a bit of enemy variety with this being early access. Okay, in this case, this is a chest that you can unlock. There's a chance that the chest will be trapped, which is why I backed off from it initially. But I now picked up an item, and that is an upgrade to my whip. So if you... Oh, and this is the journal. I just wanted to showcase this really quickly. This is an enemy that I... have recently defeated, so they're just giving me that. This is going to be a record of all of the enemies you've encountered. So these are all the enemies I've encountered. Obviously, as you can see, there are some question marks. So we have quite a few different enemy types. We also have traps. There's quite a few different traps. We have gear, items. So these are going to be... Actually, I'm not too familiar with these. Oh, okay, so the one vase that I picked up and threw I guess these are the items it's talking about. Gear, these are going to be your different weapons or what have you. So I'm not exactly sure what I picked up there, but it's probably an upgrade to my whip. If I were to guess, it's probably increased range, the lash of reach. That did look like the picture there. So this is going to give me increased range. So a little bit of a difference between this game and Binding of Isaac is, rather than Binding of Isaac, it's just giving you a cryptic description of an item when you pick it up. This, you actually get a journal description here. It might not give you a full understanding of the item, but not only that, it gives you a log of how many times you've had that particular item. All right. With that being said, if that is indeed what I got, now my whip has a little bit extra range, which allows me to engage my enemies. So I can pick up items with my whip. I can whip out the feet from under my enemy. I'm also getting gold here, which we're going to be using on genie vendors to... Well, that's the way I came. We also have this arrow that indicates the way I have to go to get to the exit. Now this enemy I can only really use my whip on to whip out the feet of. When I get to other enemies, I'll be able to use other areas of their bodies, or whip other areas of their body. So I'll showcase that when we get there. So these are traps. I can trigger them with the whip, or I can wait for the enemy to get close to me. Like this enemy here is going to be running at me. And I want to time this right. And I can pull him into the trap, stunning him. Okay, another thing I can do, as you can see there, I can whip him in the face, blinding him for a second, and being able to attack him. Kind of stuns him for a moment. I can also use my whip to pull a vase towards myself to use. These are explosive jars. I can't pick them up, they're too big, but I can whip them, like so, and kill an enemy that way. Okay, we have another one of those guys. Let's grab this. This is an explosive jar, so I can throw that, and it's a one-hit kill. I think it kills pretty much any enemy. This is a genie vendor, so I can summon a companion if I had 200 gold. I don't have 200 gold. I have 150, so we'll have to wait for that. So I can break jars and things, and sometimes gold will pop out. Okay, let's go ahead and follow our arrow, but if I do get enough gold, I might want to go back and get that item. Now, I do have to worry about my time limit, and when time expires, bad things happen. You can also whip these rings and use those to jump around the map, as you saw there. It is a little tricky to pull off, but got another genie vendor here and some more gold. Let's go ahead and grab that. So I'm now up to 200. Okay, what do we got here? We got a shield advancing. Thong of Vines. I've never done that one before. And Kopesh of Teeth. So I have not gotten any of these items before. So these would all be new to me. Let's go ahead and grab that. Shield Advancing. So this gives me a new journal entry. Because it's new, it will always pop up first. So those who seek to harm you will not, as long as you hold the shield firm. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure. We might have to throw the vase before we actually see the shield itself. More gold. Throw this at our enemy. Okay, I'm not exactly sure where our shield is or how we use it. It's the first time I've gotten the item, so try and whip out. Well, that's all right. We'll just kill him the old-fashioned way. Kill him with that. Okay, he just ran into the flames. Okay, now this guy has a sword, so I can disarm him. So you see that little sword icon? Now I've disarmed him. Now he doesn't have a sword, so he's a little bit more vulnerable. Now these guys are a little bit tougher. They take 3 attacks to kill. Now, let's try and get through these traps by hitting the rings here. Got another vendor up ahead. Try and get his sword there. Whip him back in the face, if I can get it. These guys are a lot more dangerous, obviously, when they have the swords. There we go. Took care of that. Oh. And every time, once in a while, you'll encounter enemies like that that are laying on the ground, trying to more or less trick you into thinking that they're dead. Okay, the arrow is saying we need to go that way. I may have gone full circle here. You know what? I'll go ahead and go that way. Go over those traps. The way it's telling me to go is this way. Sometimes this direction finder can be a little bit tricky. Whip. Didn't quite get the sword. Come on. There we go. Got him. Normally speaking, if you don't disarm those guys, you have to back away from them quickly. Once you stun them, you attack them, then you back off, more or less. Otherwise, they will hit you very quickly with their sword. Okay, let's go this way. This is a game that's fairly challenging to play and commentate. I will point out, because this is the early stage where things aren't quite so difficult. And there we go. That's our exit. And now we're on to the next level. So you see here, this is the number of stages that we have ahead of us. This is going to be our gatekeeper here. And then this will be our next gatekeeper, 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 so on. So, all right. Let's try and pull that witch into the trap here. There we go. Traps are going to be a great way of killing enemies because they usually will one-hit enemies. They won't necessarily one-hit you. Some traps will, some traps won't. This is a very tricky area here. You're going to be patient for this. Go past it. Now, taking damage, you don't have that many opportunities to heal. And when you do, they're fairly expensive. Fortunately, I can't afford any of these items. We'll pop in here. This is a fairly easy enemy. Usually dies in one hit. Now we will see more enemy types as we see here. This guy, I'm going to try and disarm him if I can. Kind of a weird angle for him. So he has no weapon anymore. See if we can get him in the face. Hit him in the face again. And finish him off. Now, not to make this game look easy, your first few times playing, you probably will struggle a little bit, as this game is fairly difficult. You have to be ready to engage the enemy, use your abilities effectively against them, to prevent yourself from taking too much damage. Okay, so, not exactly sure where the arrow is trying to point me at the moment. We do have a door that we can get through here. Let's just smash that. Oh, and there we go. Get some gold. According to this, we're going the wrong way. Okay, we have an evil genie here. I can use a wish to convert him. And now he's going to attack my enemies rather than me. If I didn't do that, he'd continuously sling those fireballs against me. Now, the wish is over in the upper left, nearby the gold and my health. That is going to... You only start with 3, so you have to use it wisely. Try and get the... Oh, okay, the genie killed him. But I didn't have to worry about that. That was a good purchase, though, because this is a fairly open area. There's a lot of enemies in the area. So we can use the genie to aid us here. Okay, let's get this gold. All right, as you can see, there's kind of a bottomless pit here. See if we can pull this guy. Whoa! So this is kind of a new enemy as well. Just stun this guy if we can. I was trying to get fancy and pull him into the hole, but that's something that can be effective if you get the right positioning. Now this is a trap that is a bottomless pit. You fall in there, that's a one-hit death. So try and avoid those. See if we can pull the witch into a trap. There we go, we got it. See if we can pull her. Got her. Pull him. So he's going to try and go around, but we're just going to pull him into the pit. And that should kill him. A little bit of a... Pull her. So if you use the traps effectively, can get through fairly easily. Go ahead and pick this up, because it will one-hit kill any enemies. Like, for example, this guy. Usually a tough opponent. Okay, this is how we could get health. Notice the high cost there, though. Okay, let's try and bring that witch out into range of the genie. See if the genie can help us here. There, let's stun her, so he's got a clear shot on her. Ooh, we took damage there, unfortunately, but that's okay. Well, it's not really okay. Okay, let's keep going this way. This appears to be the way to go. We don't want to waste too much time here. Get another one of these explosive jars, as they will kill an enemy in one hit. Looks like we've got a way through. Trigger that. Jump in. Trigger that. Killing that guy. Do we have any other enemies in here? Okay. Another possible trade there. So we've got a new weapon, the Khopesh of Teeth. Let's see what that says. A merchant carried this sickle sword from afar, famed for its increased bite. So a little bit more damage with this one, it looks like. Okay, looks like we're already at the exit. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. You always have to be mindful here. They will not hold your hand in this game. There may very well be enemies within this exit room, so you always have to be prepared for that. Check your corners. So, all right, now we're onto the gatekeeper level, and we're not doing too bad. Now, I didn't fully explore, and as you can see there, it's telling me that I need to kill the gatekeeper to progress. The arrow is going to point to the gatekeeper, not to... Aha! I see you there. You tried to push me there. Let her burn to death. Okay. What do you got for me? Disable traps. I don't have enough gold for it. Never actually done that, because I don't know if it's ever really worth it. Grab that. Any challenging enemies we encounter, like this guy here. One hit kill him. That is probably the most powerful item I've seen so far, is that explosive jar. As long as you land the hit, of course. Got another chest here. Okay, looks like we've got ourselves... I think that's a porcelain... I think it's called porcelain something or other. What it does is... Yeah, plate of porcelain. It's going to shield you from a single blow. Now, unfortunately, there is no indicator of that. That's something that they probably should add into the game. Probably just the lower left where your gear is. Is going to be your indicator of that. Okay, so the arrow is pointing me this way. Now, again, this is the arrow to the gatekeeper, not to the exit. Okay. There are secrets as well from time to time. See how much damage this does. Let's stun him. Let's see if we can kill him in one hit. Yeah, okay, so normally they would take 2 hits to kill those guys. So it's like doing 2 hit points. This is actually quite a good item that we've gotten here. So the gatekeeper is over that way somewhere. Could be in this room. I'm going to stand to the side of this trap. Okay, so I can hear enemies, but not necessarily see them. They came out. Get ourselves some more gold. They came out nice and easy. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is you don't have any block, so... You have to be kind of prepared to avoid damage. That guy out. Whip her in the face. Whip her in the face again. See if we can whip that. Blow her up. Alright. Done deal there. Pick this up. Got this guy here. Oop, I missed the throw. Let him run into the tree there. Pick this up. Okay, the gatekeeper's over this way somewhere. Let's let him jump up on the trap. Just die. Don't have to waste any of our resources if we do that. Okay. There he is. It's this big dude here. Okay, he's coming after us. We can use traps against him, so let's keep that in mind. For now, I'm going to try and take his feet out from under him. He does get back up very quickly, though. Okay, we were able to kill him though because of combination of the fact that we had bonus damage as well as disarm. As well as the fact that we lit him on fire there for a while. So that might have looked easy, it wasn't necessarily. Got that explosive jar if we want to use it. I don't see any enemy in this room though. Although it doesn't mean there isn't any. Okay, looks like this door is the way to go. See the exit. Ah, you cheeky bastards. Now the witch knocks you back when she's still alive and you hit her. You can do a slide for a little bit of extra speed while you're moving, although it will put you in a ducking position because ducking is toggled, so you're going to have to remember to unduck if you don't want to waddle around. All right, not too bad so far. We've managed to get past the gatekeeper into the 4th level. We don't have a ton of gold. We have burned through one of our wishes. Okay, there is an enemy in here somewhere. I see him. He's got a shield, which makes my job a little bit harder. Whipping. Managed to kill him pretty easily there, though. Now this is our opportunity, sometimes to bank weapons, or items. I actually have no reason to buy any of these items, so I'm going to leave them, but I know what a lot of them do, like the torch will light enemies on fire for a little while. It doesn't do, I think, as much overall damage, though, as the weapon we have now. Okay, let's see if we can take advantage of this explosive. Just disarm her. There's a little bit less of a threat. And grab that. This is poison. It's actually dangerous to me if I throw it too close, so got rid of it just so that I managed to disarm him. I tried for the disarm. There, we got it. So they're a little bit less dangerous now. Got him. Let's go for his feet. A little bit easier to grab. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Okay, so the pointer is pointing me to go that way. See if we can get more rewards, though, here. Alright, a little bit of gold there. Didn't see anything else. Grab this just as a thing that we can throw at range. Now, here's a trap. You don't actually see it. What it does is it pops in there and slows you down. So it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so this genie spawns units. You can either pay the wish and convert him to your side, like so. And then he'll spawn friendlies to fight for you, like that. Do you see that guy? There's another trap right there. We're gonna have to be careful not to get hit by it. Okay. So you can whip the face of the trap, and that will remove it from shooting you. Now, the main reason I bribed the genie there, I'm stuck here. There we go. Is because, as you can see, there's quite a couple of them, and they would have been spawning enemies that whole time. So, plate of porcelain we already have. We don't need. We have a couple other weapons, but I like this weapon just fine, so I'm gonna forego that. Oh, we walked into another one of those slowing traps. Hello there. This is an enemy here. So it's a little skeleton that hides in the vase. There's another one there. These are fairly dangerous, so I have to be careful. Get rid of his sword. Where did it go? Now, the one thing that's funny is enemies will kill each other. So it's funny to see them do that, though. Okay. Go. Well, something's going on. Now, I haven't been keeping my eye out for secrets, I must admit. So as you can see, trap there. Some traps are easier to see than others, obviously. So we continue to have that one friendly. Oh, that's what all that noise was. Okay. See, that's the advantage of using a wish on the genies, is it's fairly widespread. Ooh, got some gold there. Come on. There we go. Are you there? There's another one of these suckers. Alright, let's see if we can... Alright. I at least got their attention. Eat that. Disarmed him. Alright. I'll hit him with this in a second. Oh, missed it. There we go. I'm gonna have to wait though. The fire will hurt me if I walk into it. Jump over this. Where'd she go? Disarmed her. Killed her. Now, normally she takes 2 hits. That's a trap, so I wanted to back off from it. Now you've seen what a trap looks like. Oh. Forgot about this guy. Take him out. Now this is a special door. You have to whip the eye to be able to enter. I'm gonna go see what's up here first. More gold. Okay, I can hear them all laughing in there. Unfortunately, the shield's blocking a lot of those whips. Come on. Disarm him. Disarm him. Alright, we'll just whip him in the foot then. Disarm him that and then. There we go. Oh, there's a lot of them in there. Okay, just knocked him down. Disarm her. Armor. Actually, let her kill her own people, I guess. Yeah. Might be able to disarm her here. There we go. Got her. And dead. There's a lot of enemies here in this final room. We managed to get through it okay. Doesn't mean we're clear, though. They might be in the corners. All right. So far, so good. Another trap there. Ring of Attraction. This one I'm not familiar with, so I'm going to buy it. This would be an upgrade, I think, over the porcelain armor I have. Oh, actually, I've probably already taken that hit, huh? We have Curious of Lightning and Body of Thorns. I'm going to take this one. I've had both before, but both, I think, are going to do damage to enemies. I see you there. This is an upgraded witch. Okay, we've got another enemy possibly coming in. Probably should have let her fireball go. Oh, also the fireball seeks you, so you gotta be careful with that. Alright, let's see if we can kill her. Alright, not too bad. Okay, now I have to keep in mind the fireballs seek, so until I see them go down. Okay, now we can freely explore. We have a chest over there. Okay, we already got this item, unfortunately, so not really going to benefit me picking it up again. Alright, whip the eye so we can go through. Jump over the slowing trap. Okay, we have yet another trap there. Oh, I forgot. Seeks. Okay. Yeah, see, I tried to duck in behind that wall, and it just bent around. I see you there. Probably should have whipped her first. Okay, we've got all kinds of stuff coming in on us. Let's back off. Get her. Okay, I think there's another witch. Whip that guy. Okay, I may have been mistaken. Let's see if we can come over here and whip this jar. Kill those guys. Alright, what did you have now? Okay, I don't think any of these would be upgrades to me. Normally they'd be okay. Alright, let's ignore enemies that aren't going to be in my way. Let's go in here. Okay, I see you. Disarm him. Oh, I can't jump over there for some reason. Disarm, nope. That's alright. We'll just kill him nonetheless. Oh, and the magnet auto picks up the items too. That's cool. We went in that door. More gold. So we're doing quite well on gold. So if we ever get to one of those healing stations... Come on. Jump up. The witch. I want to avoid those if I can. Another one over there, though. The genie. Banking items. I could bank my sword for a future mission, but I'm gonna hold off on that. You know what? We're doing so well. I get to pick which item I want to bank. I'm gonna bank the armor. Oop. Okay, not a good time. Okay, we have another enemy on us. Don't know where though. There he is. Trying to disarm him. There we go. Okay. Let's go back to the bank. So we get to pick which item we want to bank. You know what? I want to bank the sword. Takes away a lot of our advantage in this one, but... Alright, let's just run for it now. Okay, I'm a little confused on where I need to go, but I think we need to go in here. Now sometimes enemies will follow you. Okay. Go through this door. Okay, we see the exit. But there's also a trap in front of me. There may be more enemies as well. Alright, I'm just going to ignore them. And through the door. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. Sometimes running through a level is a good way to get through it. Alright, we're on to the second gatekeeper. I have beaten this before. Now, I would like to get my health back if I can. I see you. So this is... Ow, okay. I thought I whipped her in the face. I must have missed. I also have to remember I don't do as much damage now. So... Alright, what do you got for me? Lash of Reach, Fist of Daggers. This is actually quite good, so I'm going to pick this up. So what this does is my shove now does damage. Oh, with the eye. Alright, we might be able to kill these guys. We take them a little at a time. So put that one on fire, should kill him. Okay, now we just aggro this guy. Then we'll blow this up when he gets up to it. Like now. Didn't quite kill him, but it would have done damage. We may have killed that other guy. No, we didn't. Okay, any items we didn't pick up here? Crap, back off. Okay, it's telling me to go to this door. Now again, this is going to be where the gatekeeper is, not necessarily... Oh, hello. We have yet another new enemy here. See if we can disarm him. Now he's going to take a lot of hits to kill. Also, he's immune to being stunned. You can only trip him. I've tried hitting him in the face before, and it's never been successful. But always hitting him in the legs does a job. So as you can see, a lot of hits here with my default weapon. Another one of these ladies. You can run in here and kill her. Okay, this is getting a little dicey now. Let's climb up here. Okay, we do have a friendly genie here. I'm not exactly sure how we got it. You can actually trick these guys to just walk right into this trap here. Easy enough. The AI does fall for those kind of things fairly easily. Pick this up. Took those guys out. I don't really trust the poison, because the poison... Oh, you know what? This is actually a good time to use it, though. If we can land this hit, I say as I whiff it. See if we can get him into the trap, because getting these guys to go into traps is the best way to deal with them. Now, unfortunately, my whip is very hard to actually... There we go. So as you can see, one-hit kills on a lot of traps. So I'm not exactly sure why the genies are on my side. Normally, this would not be the case. I'd have to use a wish to do that. Looks like we have to go in this door. Or is it this one? Hello there. Pick this up and just hit him with it. Okay, that did not one-hit kill him, so he's a little bit more tough, which we already knew, honestly. Okay. See the witch up here. Let's just hit her with the fire. Then run away, before she's able to kill me. Fire's burned out. We can come over here and open the chest. Another trap, unfortunately. Okay, that's the exit. Maybe. Sure looks like it. Now, we don't know if there's anyone else in this area. I'm just gonna have to... Okay, she's actually in a tough spot for me to deal with because of the slow trap. Okay, we managed to get through it, though. Sometimes your view kind of like follows the hoop. I really wish it wouldn't do that. But as you can see, we got through the first two gatekeepers, and we're on our way maybe to the third gatekeeper here. But things are ramping up in difficulty. We're seeing a lot of new enemies. New traps. And as you can see there, my shove just killed that guy. Oh, okay, that was like a freezing trap. Alright, I've done enough damage to him that he should die in the next hit. That's a new enemy there. Probably, if I were to guess the theme here, she's white. She might send freeze spells on me. So let's hit her with some fire. Okay. Because the red mage or witch or whatever is... shoots fireballs. The purple one is like a mystical attack. I would imagine that's an ice attack. And I think I have been frozen before by magic users, so... What do we got here? Summon a companion, so... The summon a companion is just like the green dudes. And again, another green dude here, and I don't know why I'm continuously getting those on my side. But hey, I'll take it. Maybe a bug? Because usually it's only per level, not continuously. Now the companion should follow me, but they're just as susceptible as falling into traps as the other AI are, so you have to be mindful of that. Ah, okay, this is a new enemy. So this enemy works like the Weeping Angel. Oh, I was actually not paying attention there. So if I turn my back, notice how he's gotten a little closer? Yeah. Kind of scary, huh? Well, I can't see him right now, so he's coming after me. This enemy scares the living crap out of me, to be honest with you. Matter of fact, he may trap me in here. And we'll just jump through this way. Okay, so we'll just run away. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that thing. Holy crap, that's right behind me. But I have no idea how to deal with these things, because you can't do damage to them. They are immune. Okay, so these things over there act like the guys with cages on their heads. Alright, let's just run. Shouldn't be able to follow me this way. Fortunately, my AI companion isn't able to follow me either. Oh! He is able to follow me. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. We're on borrowed time with one of those things chasing me. Where's the arrow telling me to go? Just keep going here. Okay, I see the door. Could be our way through. Okay, I'm just gonna run. Damn. That's a trap. Get out of here. Okay, I'm not really sure where the arrow is telling me to go. And I'm kind of in a panic here, but... Okay, they're not following me anymore. That's good. The arrow is telling me to go this way. Okay, we're able to bide time a little bit. There's another one over there. Okay, the arrow's saying go here. Oh, there's a door there. I didn't see. All right. Okay, managed to climb in over there. But as you can see, those things are scary as all hell. The ones that act like the weeping angels. And you can't do damage to them, so I have really no idea a way to behave with them other than just run the hell away from them. Okay. Managed to trip him. Just keep him in this chain. Managed to kill him. And I think that's our exit. Pull him into the lava. Yeah, that seemed to be effective. Sling ourselves in here. And there we go. I think this is as far as I've made it, so... I wasn't sure I'd make it this far, but let's see how well we can do. I only have one heart left, so likelihood I'll survive. Ah, do we have a new trap here? Oh, don't give me those guys right out the gate. Alright, maybe that wasn't the wisest move. I don't know if I'm gonna live this room. You can't do any damage to them. Nothing you do. I see you. I see you. Don't you do it. No. Bad. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Okay, it looks like we have another friendly genie on our side. Looks like a backstep right at the right time. Something hit me. Not really sure what. Alright, that's it. Oh, she knocked me into spikes. That's what killed me. Fixture of penetration, to be exact. Alright, well, you know, We died in the end, but that was a lot of fun, and I got to learn a little bit more with the enemies. But I'm telling you, those guys that chase after you, the statues, they are super scary. So if you just want to jump right in and do another run, you can do a quick restart, and that just hops you right into the game. As I said, if you do that and you jump into one of the portals, that will just jump you into that level. Now, you have to keep in mind, you'll have none of the advantages of the gold or other supplies that you have picked up along the way. So if you do that, you're hopping right in at level 7 with no progression, no gold, no nothing. You have full health, which might be an advantage if you just want to run through the levels. You might be able to get to the gatekeeper all right. But not necessarily recommended, I would say. It depends. It depends on what you want to do. Now, if you bank enough items, maybe that is something that's viable. So that's one thing of why I didn't want to use the items too much is, and you want to bank them for the future so that you can jump into those runs without any of the progression that you get through the run. You can use previous runs to your advantage. All right, so that's going to wrap up my coverage of the game. Very interesting. The mechanics of combat, I think, are the thing that are most unique about this. I don't really recall ever seeing a game that uses an item like that whip the way that it is used in this game. So you can use it in a multitude of ways. And on top of that, your two weapons, your sword and your whip, can be upgraded throughout the course of the game. So you have two weapons to utilize, and those can be upgraded further. So you have a lot you can do in this game. Very interesting. Now, this being an early access, I'd like to see more enemy variety. I'd like to see more weapon types, and obviously we'd like to see some bugs ironed out. I believe there was a bug with the genie thing. I bribed one of the genies with one of my wishes to get him to work for me. That shouldn't have continued to carry over in other levels. That made this run a lot easier than it should have been. Normally speaking, that's a level per level basis, and that's why you have to you have 3 wishes and you have to use them carefully. But again, there appeared to be a bug for just this one run. I've never seen that happen before, but apparently that is something that can happen. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.